All right, let's talk about one of the most confusing things in the entire garden, pruning raspberries. If you've ever stood there with pruning shears in your hand, just frozen, wondering if you're about to help your berry patch or completely destroy it, well, you are in the right place. Let's finally clear this up. You've probably heard it all, right? Your gardening neighbor is totally convinced you have to mow the entire patch down in the winter. But then you go online and some expert is yelling, "No, you'll get 0 berries if you do that." It's completely contradictory, and honestly, it's just exhausting. So what's the deal? Who are you supposed to believe? I mean, one of them has to be right, and the other one has to be wrong, right?
Well, here's the big secret. They're both right. Yeah, you heard me. The key to getting a massive raspberry harvest isn't about picking a side in the pruning debate. It's all about knowing what kind of plant you're actually working with. The entire puzzle solves itself once you know which raspberry you have.
Okay, so our journey to pruning confidence starts right here, with the canes themselves. We've got to learn to speak their language. Now, I know that might sound a little complicated, but I promise you, it's super simple, and it's the key to everything else.
So here we go. These are the 2 main types of raspberries. You've got your Floricanes, which are classic summer-bearing berries that require some careful pruning. But we're not talking about those today. No. Today, we are focusing on the one on the left, the Primocanes. And just look at that nickname, the lazy gardener's raspberry. Let me tell you, it has absolutely earned that title. Let's break this down. The name itself is a huge clue. Primo, think first. A Primocane is a first-year cane. It's that brand new green shoot that pops up in the spring, grows all season long, and then, boom, it gives you fruit that very same year, in the fall. It's an absolute powerhouse.
And then, on the other hand, you have the Floricane. For this one, think floric for flower. This is a second-year cane. It's that woody, brown-looking cane that grew last year. Its only job this year is to wake up, make some flowers, and then produce fruit. So, Primocane, new green shoot, Floricane, old woody cane. It's that simple.
So now that we know what a Primocane is, we get to the really good part. We get to talk about the ridiculously easy pruning method that makes these berries a favorite for anyone who, would rather be enjoying their garden than stressing out over it.
So, why this method? Well, just look at the benefits. First off, there is 0 confusion. You don't have to guess which canes are old and which are new. Plus, by cutting everything down, you're also getting rid of any nasty pests or diseases that were hoping to spend the winter in your patch. And the result? You get one single, massive, and super high-quality crop of berries in the fall.
And the actual process? It literally could not be easier. Step 1. You wait until the plant is totally dormant in the dead of winter. Step 2 is my favorite, the Massacre. You take your hedge trimmer, your pruning shears, whatever you've got, and you cut every single cane down to just an inch or 2 from the ground. Yep, all of them. Then you just clean up the mess and you're done. You just sit back and wait for spring when brand new, healthy canes will shoot up to give you that amazing fall harvest.
And for anyone who's a visual learner, this chart just says it all. You can do a more complicated 2-crop method with these plants, but look at what you're trading. With our easy method, you get very low effort for a huge, delicious harvest and a super healthy plant. With the advanced method, you get high effort, a higher risk of disease, and 2 smaller crops that often aren't even as flavorful. For most of us, the choice is a no-brainer.
But wait, the berries aren't the only gift you get from these plants. If you have any interest at all in growing your own medicine, there is a fantastic bonus harvest just waiting for you.
That's right, the leaves themselves are medicine. Red raspberry leaf is a rock star in the herbal world. For centuries, it's been used as a powerful uterine tonic, really helpful for women's health. It adds a whole other layer of value to your little berry patch.
So how do you do it? Well, timing is everything. You want to harvest the leaves in late spring, right before the flowers open up. That's when they're at their most potent. Just pick the nice, bright green, healthy-looking leaves from the top of the plant. And the best part? This little bit of pruning actually helps the plant by improving airflow around the developing berries. It's a total win-win. Just dry them out and you've got homegrown herbal tea for months.
Okay, so we've covered a lot. But what's the one big idea? The one thing you really need to remember to have perfect Primocane raspberries every single year?
Here it is. This is the whole thing in a nutshell. I want you to forget everything you thought you knew about complicated berry pruning, and instead just think of your Primocane raspberries like any other perennial flower in your garden, like a coneflower or a black-eyed Susan. You let them grow and be beautiful all season, and then, in the dead of winter, you just cut them back to the ground so they can start fresh in the spring. That's it. That is the entire secret.
Now, I know the first time you do this, it's gonna feel a little scary. It feels just plain wrong to chop down your whole berry patch. But this is where you have to trust the plant. The life, the energy, it isn't in those canes you're cutting. It's all down in the roots. So trust those roots, be brave with your shears, and I promise you they will reward that bravery with the most incredible harvest you've ever had.